Once in a while, when using our RV's air conditioner, we'll smell an odor that has an almost musty-like consistency. It's this particular cue that indicates to me that the AC coils need to be cleaned. With normal air conditioning systems, there are two coils. One is the evaporator, and that's the one that's likely causing odors because that's the coil which is cooling your inside air, and the other is the condenser, which is exclusively channeling outside air. But both should be cleaned for optimum performance. This particular model is a Coleman Mach 3, but I imagine most RV air conditioners have a very similar procedure. I start by turning the AC off at the thermostat, and then I shut its circuit breaker off. If your RV came equipped with an inverter, which may still power your AC through your batteries, then you should also disconnect your batteries through the means of your choice, such as the disconnect or salesman switch, or physically disconnecting your batteries. Start by removing the shroud. Mine had 4 screws. Then take all the steps necessary to access the evaporator. For me, this involves these steps. I first remove the sheet metal shroud around the condenser, followed by the motor together with the flange it sits on. Then I remove all the sheet metal built around the evaporator. This may involve hunting for screws which are hidden behind HVAC tape. Once that's removed, gently remove the styrofoam shroud, which is wedged into the water tray. You can move the tray ever so slightly to dislodge it from the foam. While you do this step, make sure you don't flex the coils which sit atop this tray too much. Otherwise you may rupture a refrigerant line. Now you're looking at both the exposed coils. But before beginning any cleaning, make sure you stuff plenty of towels into any places where water or chemicals might trickle down. You have several options here. The standard method for cleaning AC coils is to just use a dedicated AC coil cleaner, which you can get at a hardware store. I'll leave a few links below. Most of these, you just spray them on the coils and leave them to do their job. You don't even need to rinse with some products. If you have a lot of debris on your coils, use a shop vac to clean it up before spraying. You can also use a dedicated coil cleaning brush to really get into the fins. As for me, I just use whatever I have lying around the house. The first thing I do is clean the water tray beneath the coil from all dirt and debris to make sure that water can drain out properly. This is actually following the advice and a comment I received from a viewer on this channel who shared that some folks have damaged their rather expensive RVs by not realizing that an overflowing and clogged air conditioning drip tray was leaking water into the roof and floors. With that said, I use my cordless leaf blower to dislodge any hard-to-reach debris. After, I move to the coils, start with bleach, let it sit for 5 minutes, then use a garden hose from the top of the fins to flush it out. Be mindful of your water usage here because the water tray overflows easily. I follow this up with a 50-50 vinegar solution out of a spray bottle to deal with odors. Let it sit for a short while, then flush it out. Finally, I use a 50-50 dish soap solution to break up any remaining grime and use a stiff bristled tile cleaner brush to really get into all the fins and flush it all out with water. To get everything to dry quickly, I use my leaf blower. Then I rinse and repeat on the condenser coil and remove my towels. Reassembly is pretty much everything in reverse. The styrofoam is the most difficult piece to put back. Just be aware that it has an actual slot here that wedges into the water tray. Then I put the motor back, both sheet metal shrouds, and the plastic shroud. Turn everything back on and test your system. Assuming everything is in working order, that's how you clean your AC coils. Breathe easy. Until next time, thank you for watching.